This event began months ago when I was scheduled to do this kind of a program, and I was unfortunately plagued with a continuous laryngitis and or dry mouth or what have you. First time I canceled. I just felt I couldn't count on it, and I had to do it, and we managed to put in some other program, I think. This time, I'm still kind of having the same problem, but I'm fighting it. And I said to myself and to others, I can't cancel anymore. So, this is my story, actually. The title of my program is My Life in Song. My life in memories, and my life in story. I owe this to my friend Vivian Paley, story. Story builds up and from all of the events in your life. And the first event that I'm going to be talking about is the fact that my parents came here as immigrants probably less than a year before I was born. So I was born to a world of Yiddish, and I heard Yiddish for the first, I don't know how many years of my life. I blocked it out because I didn't want to be labeled an immigrant. But then I came back to it in my late teens and then throughout my life, because it speaks of a civilization and of a life and a community that is unbelievable. So my mother probably, since I wasn't there as an infant to listen to her, she probably sang Druzhin Kismet Mandlin, which is a very famous melody in Yiddish. So I'm pretending that she was there and that she's singing it to me.
Charlotte?
Druzhin Kismet Mandlin, raisins and almonds. And the mother in the story is alone and reaching out for things that are meaningful. So she sings this song where she's sitting in the synagogue and she sees this little white goat. Many of you have encountered various lullabies in which the person who's singing has really nothing to do with the baby. But she envisions this little white goat who is going to be meeting her child and intending the child to grow up to look for raisins and almonds. And this is what she is hoping. In dem Beis Hamikdash, in a winkel cheder, sitzt die Almone Bas Zion allein. Hier ben Jochide Liedere, wickt sie Keseder und singt ihm zum Schlafen a Liedere schein. Unter Liederes Liegere steht a klare weiß Ziegele. Das Ziegele ist geboren handeln. Das wird sein dein Beruf. Druzhin Kismet Mandlin. Shlobje Meidele shlof. Okay, there's one other piece to this that I haven't told you. I used to be a coloratura soprano all through my years of studying voice, and probably even after I came here and started studying with Doris. So now I'm like a basso.
That sounds wonderful.
But what was interesting is that when I was this coloratura, I used to say, oh, I wish I were a mezzo-soprano. The music that they sing is so much more meaningful So be careful what you wish.
Yeah.
There we are.
I still like these.
All right. I think I mentioned that chutzpah is part of my life, doing things that don't look to be so easy and so kosher and what have you. So when I was 5 years old, in summer school, I got up on the stage and sang this song. Down in the meadow in an itty-bitty pool swam 3 little fishies and a mama fishy too. Swim, said the mama fish, swim if you can. And she swam and swam all over the dam. Boop, boop, did that and what chew. A boop, boop, did that and what chew. Boop, boop, did that and what chew. And she swam and swam all over the dam. That was 5. Well, another song which is goes back to my teen years. This was a song that I heard in a Russian movie, and I remembered it because it hit so many areas of life. If I eat too much jam, mother, look how young I am. Mother dear, do not fear, just go back some 20 years. If I'm hard on my clothes and forget to wipe my nose, mother dear, isn't it true? One time you were that way too. Tilly-um, 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 tum-tum-tum-tum. We're the younger generation and the future of the nation. If to school I am late, please don't scold and hesitate. Do not fret, do not mourn. Is it our fault we were born? Please forgive all we do, for one day we'll suffer too, when in turn we are born and have some children of our own. Tilly-um, 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 tum-tum-tum-tum. We're the younger generation and the future of the nation. Okay. Okay, so the years go by, and the movies were, unbelievable. I mean, nothing like television, of course, but every time I saw a film with Judy Garland, Jeanette MacDonald, Deanna Durbin, that's who I want to be. So it was, in addition to that, with Jeanette MacDonald. Oh yeah, that's what I sang, the Italian street song. Anybody remember the Italian street song? Yeah. Okay. So I began to study voice at age 13 or 14. Took the subway down to Carnegie Hall and found a nice little elderly lady who was my very first teacher. And I don't know how many I had after that. But I have to explain to you once again, I don't have the soprano that can sing this, but I'm going to attempt to convey to you what it was like to sing from La Bohème, Michaela's voice, aria. Quando men vo soletta per la via, la gente sosta e mira, e la bellezza mia tutta ricerca in me da capo a piedi. Michaela is very vain, and she's walking through the streets, and she said everybody's looking at her and admiring her from her head to her toes, and it goes on in that way. But we will. We're skipping to the 30s. In Spain, there was this monster, General Franco, who was fighting those who wanted to create a more civilized civilization. And there were those who joined the brigade, the Abraham Lincoln Brigade, and fought fought the war from their standing. And the song, part of that song is Viva la quince brigada, rumbala, rumbala, rumbala. Viva la quince brigada, rumbala, rumbala, rumbala. No tenemos ni aviones, ni tanques, ni cañones. Ay, Manuela. No tenemos ni aviones, ni tanques, ni cañones. Ay, Manuela. All right. We are now, the songs, so many songs that were sung during the period that we joined, we got into the war. And one of them that doesn't mention war in particular, but talks about the feelings that people had when they were separated. And this one is called I'll Be Seeing You. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. I'll be seeing you in every lovely summer's day, in everything that's bright and gay. I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night breaks through, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. Wow. We're now into 1943. And the unspeakable happenings of the 30s and 40s. It's now 70 years since the concentration camps were opened, and those who were interned came out with Lord knows what kind of possibilities in lives. The song that I've chosen to sing that deals with the Holocaust is called Sebrent, It's Burning, written by Mordecai Gebirtek. He was in the camps and he was killed. They said he was killed after he wrote this song. It's burning. Brothers, it's burning. Our poor little town, our little shtetl, is burning. Angry winds are fanning higher, leaping tongues of flame and fire. The evil winds are roaring. Our whole town burns. And you stand looking on with folded arms and shake your heads. You stand looking on with folded arms while the fire spreads. Es brennt, Brüderlich, es brennt. Oi, unser Ohrenstädtel nebach brennt. Diese Winden mit ihr Gossen, Reihen brechen und zerblossen. Starke noch die wilde Flammen, als herum schon brennt. Und steht und guckt sich mit verlegter Hand. Und steht und guckt sich, wie unser Städtel brennt. Es brennt, Brüderlich, es brennt. Es kann Cholile kommen der Moment, unser Städtel mit uns zusammen soll auf Asch erwecken Flammen, leiden soll wie noch a Schlacht, nur puste schwarze Wand. Steht nicht, Brüder, da soll sich mit verlegter Hand. Steht nicht, Brüder, löscht das Feuer, unser Städtel brennt. Okay, we're skipping from the horrors of the Holocaust to the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948. So we are going to be singing, and I hope maybe some of you can join in, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. Let's see. All right. Aviarim Tzalukayahim Lereyachoranim Isa Baruach HaHarpaim In Kol Pa'amonim Utzardemot Ilan Ba'even Shvuya B'Chaloma אשר בדות יושבת וימין בחומה ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שיר העיר אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור עלו לכל שיר העיר אני כינור. We're really skipping through the ages. I just wanted to mention that in the years from 15, I went to college. Before that, I sang in high school and I did a lot of different